So I just wanted to say thank you to Myrtis and Alex for this beautiful, lovely tea, and all of us feel extremely pampered, and thank you for coming to hear us today. The world is going to hell, and I am printing yellow. The world is going to hell, and I am printing yellow is the affirmation of 10 women artists who hold firm to their conviction to create objects of beauty in the face of a changing world and the challenges of daily life. They seek refuge in the joy of art making and offer the color yellow as a metaphor for exploring notions of self-preservation and empowerment as they make their imprint in ceramics, paintings, photography, and prints. The term women's work is elevated and redefined through their art, which is evocative, complex, and thought-provoking. As artists, they produce objects and imagery which are as divergent as their personalities, and yet there exists a beautiful synergy revealed in the harmony and continuity of their combined works. As women, they are bound by wisdom and self-assuredness gained through maturity and life experiences. Their renderings are uninhibited and speak to their truths, which serve to deepen our understanding of how they view themselves and the world around them. Through their lens and unique perspectives, we are challenged with questions of identity, to embrace our imperfections, examine the dynamics of our romantic relationships, and contemplate our connection to the universe. Myrtis Vidolo, founding director and independent curator, Galerie Myrtis. So thank you, Myrtis, for capturing what we're all trying to express here in this exhibition. My name is Susan Goldman. I'm one of the artists in the exhibition. And I have been involved in printmaking for over 35 years. As my age goes up, the number goes up. The kind of concept for the show developed out of connections with other women artists that I have been friends with for a very long time. And my work deals primarily with color. And these images that you see up here, and my print is over there, is called Flower Power. And I have 4 pieces in the back, which are these large sort of totem. My work over the years has always dealt with color. I think I've discovered through this very recent work, color is so important to me. And I think some of the choices of objects I've used in my prints over time kind of derived from traditional still life images of vases, amphoras, flowers most recently, deal with capturing a single object sort of central to the page and becoming sort of a vehicle to hold the layering of color, which is something that I love, especially through the medium of printmaking. So I had come out of a long year of very hard work and project in 2012, 13. And I was really tired of everything I had sort of done before. And I ended up cutting out these circles and just started throwing them. And as I say throw, I would ink up a circle and lay it over this white paper. And I was just these pops of color, these dots. And out of it emerged the use of the target. And the way that I print is I can actually ink up separate circles and build my target by pieces like a puzzle. And I was rolling, if you'll see, large flats of just pure color down the bottom of the page. And what emerged was just a very clear, resilient bang, like, that is awesome. It made me feel good. They were life-size, they were the size of the human body. And so I thought, is it okay to leave them like this? Because typically I sort of ornament my prints and keep adding a recognizable image, although abstracted. And it just felt really good. And I think sometimes when you're creating work, even if you're not an artist, but if you let yourself just go with, that feels really good, I'm just gonna go with that. And that took a lot of courage, but I think it wasn't as courageous as I thought, because being in my mid-50s and going through a lot of different life changes, I was like, I can do whatever I want now. A lot of younger artists probably feel that, but, and so I think these deal with, I see these as a grouping, the 4 that are in the back of the gallery, as sort of a, when you look at them, you know what you're looking at. It's a circle. You make associations with the target, the center, the eye, the vibration of color. I said it was Gustav Klimt meets Kenneth Noland over here. I have some that have a lot more bronze and gold layering in them, some of the newer work as well. But I feel that the idea of being on target and just focusing on my intuition, and the idea of the world is going to hell and I'm printing yellow, which we'll talk about a little bit later, was, I usually say that when I begin a project in printing, because typically I begin with yellow and I layer a red on top and a blue, because I'll get all the colors of the rainbow out of the layering of the color. So I think that for me, that statement means, you have the radio on when you're working and you hear all the horrors that are happening all over the world. There's a very rough time in our lives right now as the country is at odds and all these crazy things. And sometimes as an artist in your studio, I feel like, wow, it's pretty bad out there, but look, I get to roll this big yellow and it feels really nice. And when I work with other artists who are involved in the show as well, it's kind of this, you wonder, is it okay to do that? Should I be out there doing something different because my work maybe isn't politically motivated or bringing that awareness? But I think that the tenets that have driven me as an artist are a desire for beauty, to be surrounded by beauty. It makes me feel good. I can compose myself and I can go out and meet the challenges of life. So I hope that when you see these, I want you to feel this work in your belly, like, I want you to feel good, and for a moment you're just surrounded by this impact of color and beauty, and they're not perfect, they're not typically symmetrical. It's like music, it moves, you move with it. So basically, that's all I have to say at this point. Thank you.